Roll out the red carpet and get your acceptance speech.
We've got your Backstage Pass to Hollywood. Backstage Pass starts now. Hi everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Backstage Pass, where we give you the insider scoop on everything entertainment. I'm Ryan Wall.
And I'm Callie Corson. We've got a juicy show for you, but before we delve into the gossip, let's take a look at what movies topped the box office this past week.
Starting at number 5 in the box office this weekend was Tomb Raider with just under $10.5 million. Number 4 was Sherlock Gnomes with over $10.5 million. I Can Only Imagine came in third with over $13 million. And Black Panther came in second with over $16.5 million. The number 1 movie in the box office was The Pacific Rim Uprising, which brought in over $28 million. So Black Panther dropped to number 2. I was really surprised about that.
Yeah, but it is awesome that they're still in like the top 5, because what is this, like their 4th or 5th week?
Oh yeah, it's been going on forever.
It's gonna stay in until it's literally phased out of theaters. But the Pacific Rim Uprising, I haven't heard much about, to be honest. So I'm surprised that that was the one that did the most in the box office.
Yeah, I mean, I think that because the Oscars just happened a couple of weeks ago, so I think all of these kitschy little movies that aren't
award-winning.
Award-worthy, yeah.
Yeah, that's when they come out. They come out after when everyone's like, oh, we already saw the good ones.
The serious ones.
Yeah, the ones that are really big, but let's see the movies coming out in the next couple of weeks.
Ever find yourself wondering what life would be like in a video game? As we move towards more virtual reality systems, one can't help but imagine all the possibilities of creating a whole new world for people around the globe. In the latest film, Ready Player One, one boy balances the line between the real world and his virtual world. Set in the year 2045 in Ohio, Wade Watts, played by Ty Sheridan, finds himself in an existence that feels useless. He begins playing Oasis, a game created to allow the population to escape and explore other worlds. When the owner of the new game dies and leaves clues for control of the game, Wade finds himself on a mission to win the game and not get caught in the real world or his new world. With themes of adventure, technology, love, and action, this movie is sure to bring out the gamer inside of all of us. Check out the trailer for Ready Player One.
In this next film, an unlikely heroine finds herself face-to-face with mystery and adventure in Tomb Raider. Lara Croft, played by Alicia Vikander, is curious about her father's death 7 years ago. After looking through his things, Lara finds the location of his whereabouts. She travels to the middle of the Dead Sea and discovers an island of people working. She soon discovers that the friendly faces she first meets were actually foes and should not be trusted. Faced with a battle to avenge her father's death and save a nation of people, Lara uses her strength to discover the secrets of the island. Directed by Steve S. Dacknight, this film is sure to give audiences a bold, brave heroine they are looking for and put a new spin on Indiana Jones-style movies. Here's the trailer for Tomb Raider.
Do you like puns? Because I do. Then we have just the right movie for you. Sherlock Gnomes is the latest movie in theaters that is fun for all ages. Romeo and Juliet was released in 2011 and follows the love story between two gnomes who come from dissenting garden areas. This film picks up where the first movie left off, with the couple finding their forever home. However, upon coming to their new house, they see that someone's out to get them. When their friends and family mysteriously disappear, they call in help from Sherlock Gnomes, who claims to be the protector of gnomes. Emily Blunt and James McAvoy star as the voices of Romeo and Juliet, with Johnny Depp joining the cast as Sherlock Gnomes. Bring the family and get ready to laugh at all the dad jokes. Sherlock Gnomes is coming to theaters soon.
So how do you think this new movie Tomb Raider is going to go without Angelina Jolie?
I think it'll be interesting. I mean, there's been like some controversy online because some people were like trolling the movie and saying like, oh, with Angelina Jolie, like, with such a like brought so much sex appeal and whatever, and this new actress is like she looks different. She's like not that star power, but I think that she's still going to be like awesome
Yeah,
anyway.
she's still a well-known actress. One of our girls just told us that she's won an Oscar, right? She
Yeah.
said. So, like, I don't understand why people have to be so offended how there's no sex appeal when the movie isn't about, it's not a romantic comedy or anything like that. Like, it's an action movie.
Yeah.
And I feel like some people just take it out of context.
Yeah, so I think that that'll be like, it'll do well, because I think you also are like drawing on like the fan base that it used to have. I'm also super excited for Sherlock Gnomes.
Yeah, it's a cute movie.
I think that it's just so cheesy, and like, I can't believe that 2011 was so long ago.
I know, we were talking about that. Like, I was in 7th grade, I think, when that came out, and it feels so long ago, but it doesn't feel like it should be that long.
Yeah. So let's jump right into the 2018 Oscars and cover the winners of that night. Earlier this month, the 90th Annual Academy Awards were held in Hollywood and seemed to finally address some of its most popular critics. For years, the hashtag #OscarsSoWhite has dominated coverage of the ceremony, but this year the Academy seems to become a little bit more aware. Nominees were more diverse than ever, and organizers were very aware of the hashtag #MeToo movement that has been sweeping the industry. Host Jimmy Kimmel led the call for inclusion during a fairly uneventful evening. Guillermo del Toro's The Shape of Water won Best Picture, with Del Toro winning Best Director. Jordan Peele won Best Screenplay for Get Out, and Frances McDormand won Best Actress for her portrayal of a mother in 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Disney's Coco won Best Animated Picture. Throughout the show, actors and actresses spoke out about the social issues in the news, and several winners made strong statements on social justice and equality. On Twitter, star producer Ava DuVernay noted that the embrace of inclusion and diversity was long overdue, which was shared by many of the attendees in an otherwise tame Oscars ceremony.
Now let's take a look at the hits and misses of the Oscars this year. Emma Stone rocked a Louis Vuitton silk suit, and it was totally a hit. Lupita Nyong'o wore a beautiful gold Versace gown with a slit up the front. Andra Day sported a Vera Wang gown that was a total miss. She looked like she was wearing a curtain, not an Oscars-ready gown. Rita Moreno went vintage this year with her gown from 1962, but it was not a flattering style. Timothée Chalamet rocked an all-white suit, which looked very sharp against the red carpet. My all-time favorite look this year was Nicole Kidman's royal blue Armani gown. She always wears a gown that fits her body perfectly, and her hair always complements the neckline. Now that we got you filled in on the hots and nots, Liana is going to give you the scoop on the performances.
Hi, I'm Liana Graham, and I'm here to talk about this year's Academy Awards. This star-studded event would not be complete without impressive musical performances from talented artists. Here are some of my favorite performances from this year's Oscars. Eddie Vedder, lead singer of one of my favorite bands, Pearl Jam, covered Tom Petty's Room at the Top during the most emotional part of the show, the In Memoriam montage. This performance honored the Academy members that passed away last year. Eddie did a great job covering this song and definitely touched a lot of hearts in the audience. Mexican actor Gael Garcia Bernal joined Miguel and Natalia Lafourcade to perform Remember Me from the Pixar hit Coco. This song was written by the Oscar and Grammy-winning duo Kristen and Robert Lopez, who were also behind everyone's favorite song, Let It Go from Frozen. This cutesy performance captured the movie's aesthetic perfectly, and using props and dancers that represent the Mexican holiday, the Day of the Dead. Mary J. Blige had an amazing night, not only because she was nominated for 2 Oscars, but because her performance of Mighty River was one to remember. Blige soulfully sang this Oscar-nominated song and proved to the audience why she should have won. This year's Academy Awards had a lot of great performances by many talented artists. Oscar performances are always impressive, and I can't wait to see what's in store for the next one. Now back to Backstage Pass.
I know. Time to tune into TV. American Idol is back. The long-running singing competition show returned to the airwaves on March 28th, 2018, after being canceled by Fox in 2016 after 15 seasons. While the 16th season features the same format of aspiring singers hoping to make their dreams come true in Hollywood and features the same host, Ryan Seacrest, The show moved from Fox to the Disney-owned ABC. Another change is the new panel of judges in music industry legend Lionel Richie, country star Luke Bryan, and pop princess Katy Perry. And it is Perry who's created some of the first bits of controversy over the new season when she kissed a contestant. Oklahoma native Benjamin Glaze came on the show for his shot at stardom when Judge Luke Bryan jokingly asked him if he had ever kissed a girl and liked it, to which Glaze replied no, because he had never been in a real relationship and he wanted to save his first kiss for someone special. After this remark, Perry called him up to the judges' table where she gave him a smooch on the lips. Glaze, who was rejected from moving on the show, later admitted that the kiss made him feel uncomfortable, and now many people and news organizations have pointed the finger at Perry, citing her actions as inappropriate in the Me Too conscious world we live in now. Glaze, however, did not feel that he was assaulted by Perry, and instead claimed that his friends helped him see that the kiss really did not count because it was not with someone he cared about.
While Katy Perry's kiss controversy helped create some buzz about the reboot, that buzz has seemingly not helped in bringing any more viewers and ratings. The premiere episode boasted a respectable 10 million plus viewers. The ratings, however, have continued to slide every week the show has been on. In its second week, American Idol lost the lead rating spot to its NBC counterpart, The Voice, which ironically features first American Idol winner Kelly Clarkson as a judge. While the show still maintains numbers in the 8 to 9 million range, the Katy Perry kiss controversy and later sexual harassment claims that have now been lodged against host Ryan Seacrest have not helped to bring in a larger audience. Only time will tell if this reboot will succeed or if it will be left better canceled.
So I have a lot of opinions.
Okay, let's hear
I think that ever since, the reason that people loved American Idol was because, back when it debuted, a really long time ago, Simon Cowell, Randy, Paula, they were honest with people, you know?
They were, and Paula Abdul aside, because she was a pop star, none of them were extreme, celebrities. People knew who they were and trusted them enough to judge, on a panel, but they weren't stars themselves.
Yeah, and I think now, for the last couple of seasons, it's just been, celebrities, and they know what it's like to be rejected, so they're less willing to reject other people.
Yeah, and they only kind of care about the music aspect. They're not producers.
Yeah. So anyway, Netflix has a new movie coming out, and our correspondent Jerry is here to give you more information.
Netflix has recently released their brand new original film, Game Over Man. The trio of Adam Devine, Anders Holm, and Blake Anderson from Workaholics reunite for this feature-length comedy. Alex, played by Devine, Darren, played by Holm, and Joel, played by Anderson, are three friends who work together as hotel housekeepers in search of better lives. When billionaire social media star named Bay throws a party at the hotel, the trio used this opportunity to pitch him their original idea for a video game. However, the night quickly turns tragic as the entire hotel is taken hostage by someone unexpected. With everyone tied up except the trio, it is up to them to be heroes. After several failed attempts, they decide to test out their video game and apply it to the situation. If you're wondering whether they will be successful or fail in the most embarrassing way, then check it out on Netflix. Although there were some jokes that everyone could find funny, such as Joel being unfamiliar with Tom Brady and thinking he was a star on the Brady Bunch the entire time, the majority of the humor and references are for a mature audience only. There is also a lot of gory violence, so keep that in mind before watching. Well, that's my pick for this week. My name is Jerry Tripodi, and I will see you next time.
Thanks, Jerry. Let's move the conversation to music. Last week, singer Trey Songz turned himself into the Los Angeles Police Department after allegedly being involved in a domestic violence incident with a woman. Andrea Buera is accusing Songz of allegedly beating her until she lost consciousness. Just a few weeks prior, before Songz turned himself in, Buera held a press conference along with her attorney Lisa Bloom, where she claims that the incident ensued at a party during an NBA All-Star weekend in Los Angeles after Songz saw Buera speaking with another man. Since the incident has been released, Songz has remained silent per the request of his management and lawyers. However, upon his surrender to the LAPD, Songz released a statement on Twitter stating that he is being falsely accused for someone's personal gain. Shortly after turning himself in, Songz was released on bond.
Snapchat continues to fall after backlash from a controversial posting involving Rihanna. An ad promoting a game called Would You Rather posed this question: would you rather slap Rihanna or punch Chris Brown? Really, Snapchat? For those who don't remember, Chris Brown infamously assaulted Rihanna in 2009. Well, Rihanna was rightfully not having any of the Snapchat ad. She took to social media to voice her disapproval, and fans listened. Snapchat's stock plummeted the next day as users began to quit in droves. Users were already upset with the new design of the app, and this proved to be the last straw. Other famous influencers, like Chrissy Teigen, have also stopped using the app in response to the disgusting ad. This latest incident came after Snapchat queen Kylie Jenner tweeted that she hated the new updates, prompting the company to drain $1.3 billion in value. On social media, users commented that Kylie killed Snapchat, but Rihanna dragged it to the grave. Snapchat did apologize, but it seems to have been a little too late.
Fifth Harmony announced that they would be taking time off to pursue solo careers. After the popular girl group's 6 years of time together, the girls decided to call for a hiatus, saying, quote, "I'm doing this. We are allowing ourselves to gain new experiences, strengths, and perspectives that we can bring back to our Fifth Harmony family," end quote. Camila Cabello was the first one to leave the band in 2016, creating hit solo tracks like Havana, and now the rest of the girls have seemed to follow suit. While Cabello was such a thriving solo career, it may be difficult for the other Fifth Harmony girls to reach this level of success. The end of the group's hiatus is unknown, but best of luck to Fifth Harmony and their solo endeavors.
I think that this was a long time coming.
Yeah, I mean, from the start, I remember watching the season when Simon put them together on the X Factor, and I feel like you could tell that they all really were passionate about having a solo career in the end.
Yeah, but I mean, on the contrary, like, I think that it's not like One Direction where like they each have different identities. They're just Fifth Harmony.
Yeah,
So.
that is. Like, they all have that same type of vibe.
So on Monday, March 19th, actress and activist Cynthia Nixon announced on her Twitter account that she's running for governor of New York. The actress's tweet said, quote, "I love New York, and today I'm announcing my candidacy for governor. Join us." Nixon is planning to compete in the September 13th Democratic primary against the incumbent governor, Andrew Cuomo. The new gubernatorial candidate also released a statement later that day describing her agenda as a bold progressive message and calling out Cuomo as a centrist. According to a new poll from Siena College, Cuomo holds a wide lead over Nixon for the upcoming primaries. Nixon stated in her announcement video, "New York is where I was raised and where I'm raising my kids. I've never wanted to live anywhere else, but something has to change." It'll be interesting to see what happens with the campaign in the upcoming months.
Keeping up with the Kardashians is a necessity for every week, and this week we have to focus on Khloe's baby shower. To start off, there were 45,000 flowers and 3,000 balloons at the pink-filled event. The party was a huge success, and Khloe thanked her planner, Mindy Weiss, for all the hard work put into the shower. It was even sponsored by Amazon Baby Registry. Khloe wanted a perfect event where all of her friends and family could spend time together, and all of the guests seemed to fulfill her wish by doing so. Kylie Jenner, on the other hand, is not so hot in the media right now. Here's Sydney to tell us more.
Kylie Jenner has made the news headlines yet again. After promoting her Kylie Cosmetics Pressed Blush Powders, the star started receiving backlash from her fans. Some of the fans are saying the names of her blushes are extremely inappropriate, since the majority of her fans consist of children 12 years old and younger. The blushes our fans are going crazy over are named Barely Legal, Virginity, and X-Rated. On the other hand, others do not think it is a big deal. A fan stated that the makeup brand NARS has a popular blush that is considered inappropriate too. Kylie Jenner has yet to respond to any of these comments. That's all I have for today. My name is Cindy Cortez, and I'll see you next time.
So let's swing back to Cynthia Nixon running for New York governor. I think it is so funny how she's from New York, she's always been there, always lived there, and my main reason of knowing her is from Sex and the City, so it's funny to see that that even stayed true in that show. That was such a long-running show.
I mean, I think it'll be interesting to see how people from upstate New York that are very, because upstate New Yorkers don't like New York City.
No, it's very
and
different.
and she's so tied to that Manhattan identity. So it'll definitely be interesting, and I think it'll be interesting because Sex and the City already has so much drama between the cast anyway. So.
Yes, we'll have to see how that plays out with her former co-stars.
Yeah. So that unfortunately does it for this episode of Backstage Pass. We hope you had as much fun watching it as we did producing it.
If you have any questions or comments about the show, visit our super awesome website, lasalle.edu/LaSalleTV. On the website, you can find the schedule and more information about the shows themselves. You can email us at lasalletv@lasalle.edu.
And don't forget to follow us on social media. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/LaSalleTV. You can also find us on Twitter at LaSalleTV Philly or BP_LaSalle. We love to continue the discussion after the show and trash on our other LaSalle TV shows. So don't hesitate to tweet at us. For Backstage Pass, I'm Ryan Wall.
And I'm Callie Corson. On behalf of myself and the entire Backstage Pass team, have a great day and we'll see you next time.